The moon, Earth's closest celestial neighbor, has fascinated humanity for millennia. Its cratered surface, glowing in the night sky, seems familiar thanks to NASA's extensive imagery and lunar missions. Yet the far side of the moon, often called the dark side, though it receives sunlight, remains shrouded in mystery. Unlike the near side, which faces Earth, the far side is invisible from our planet, and what NASA's images reveal, or don't, has sparked speculation about hidden features, anomalies, or even extraterrestrial activity. What lies on the moon's far side, and why do some believe NASA's images conceal more than they show? The far side, a geological enigma. The moon is tidally locked, meaning one side always faces Earth while the other remains hidden. This isolation made the far side a scientific blind spot until 1959, when the Soviet Luna 3 probe captured the first grainy images. Unlike the near side's flat, dark Maria, basaltic plains, the far side is heavily cratered, with fewer Maria and thicker crust. NASA's later missions, like the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter, LRO, launched in 2009, provided high-resolution maps, revealing a rugged landscape scarred by impacts. Why the stark difference? Scientists propose that Earth's gravitational pull influenced the moon's volcanic activity, concentrating lava flows on the near side. A 2022 study in Science Advances suggested the far side's thicker crust inhibited volcanic resurfacing, leaving it crater-dominated. Yet some argue these explanations are incomplete, fueling theories about what else might be hidden. NASA's imaging efforts and limitations. NASA's LRO has mapped nearly 100% of the lunar surface and capturing images with resolutions as fine as 0.5 meters per pixel. These publicly available datasets, accessible through NASA's planetary data system, show craters, rills, and volcanic features in stunning detail. Missions like Apollo 15, 16, and 17 also photographed the far side during flyovers, though no human has set foot there. China's Chang'e 4 mission in 2019, the first to land on the far side, further expanded our visual record. Despite this wealth of data, skeptics question what NASA's images omit. The far side's inaccessibility, no direct line of sight for communication, requires orbiters or relays, limiting real-time observation. Image processing, including stitching and enhancement, can introduce artifacts or obscure details. NASA prioritizes scientific data, so images are often optimized for geological analysis, not public intrigue. This leaves room for speculation about what might be filtered out or classified. Theories of hidden structures. One persistent theory is that the far side hosts artificial structures or extraterrestrial bases. The lack of direct observation from Earth makes it an ideal location for hidden activity, some claim. Apollo mission photos, like those from Apollo 11's orbit, show unusual shapes, towers, domes, or geometric patterns that enthusiasts interpret as non-natural. A 1970s book, Somebody Else is on the Moon by George Leonard, analyzed NASA images and suggested artificial constructs, though mainstream scientists dismiss these as pareidolia, seeing patterns in random data. More recent claims focus on anomalies in LRO images, such as alleged pyramids or tunnels. A 2019 paper in Icarus noted linear features on the far side that could be lava tubes. But some speculate these are artificial. The absence of atmosphere and minimal erosion mean any structures, natural or otherwise, would persist for billions of years, making the far side a potential archive of ancient activity. The extraterrestrial hypothesis. The idea of alien presence on the far side stems from its isolation and unusual features. The South Pole Aitken Basin, one of the solar system's largest impact craters, spans 2,500 kilometers on the far side. Its depth and magnetic anomalies, studied by NASA's Grail mission in 2012, suggest a massive metallic impactor, possibly artificial, some argue. The basin's remoteness makes it a focal point for theories about alien outposts or ancient ruins. Historical anecdotes add fuel. During Apollo missions, astronauts reported unexplained phenomena, like music-like radio interference on the far side, as documented in declassified transcripts from Apollo 10. While NASA attributed this to radio interference, some interpreted it as evidence of alien signals. The 1967 Outer Space Treaty bans military bases on the moon, but it doesn't address non-human activity, leaving room for speculation about classified discoveries. Why hide the truth? If NASA found evidence of artificial structures or alien presence, why conceal it? National security is a common argument. Advanced technology on the far side could offer strategic advantages, prompting secrecy akin to Cold War-era projects. The Brookings Report, a 1960 NASA-commissioned study, warned that extraterrestrial evidence could destabilize society, suggesting governments might withhold such findings to avoid panic or religious upheaval. Logistically, NASA's budget constraints and focus on scientific priorities mean only a fraction of lunar data is analyzed in depth. Anomalous images might be overlooked or classified if deemed sensitive. The U.S. Space Force, established in 2019, now oversees space security, potentially handling classified lunar data outside NASA's purview. Scientific counterarguments. Mainstream science debunks most claims of hidden structures. Craters and rills, often cited as artificial, are consistent with impact and volcanic processes. A 2020 study in Nature Geoscience explained the far side's magnetic anomalies as natural variations in crustal composition. Pareidolia explains many structures in low resolution or shadowed images, where the human brain imposes familiar shapes. Skeptics also note the challenge of secrecy. NASA collaborates globally, and missions like Chang'e 4 involve international partners. Concealing major discoveries would require unprecedented coordination. The public availability of LRO data, cross-verified by other agencies, further undermines conspiracy theories. Yet the far side's communication barriers and limited human exploration means some unknowns persist. The role of future missions. Upcoming missions could clarify what NASA's images don't show. NASA's Artemis program aims to return humans to the moon by 2026, with plans to explore the far side's South Pole Aitken Basin. The Viper rover, set for 2025, will investigate lunar resources, potentially revealing new data. China's Chang'e 6, launched in 2024, returned far side samples, and further missions may uncover evidence of unusual features. Private companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin are also eyeing lunar exploration. Their independent missions could bypass government filters, though commercial interests might introduce new biases. Advanced telescopes like the James Webb Space Telescope could indirectly study the far side by analyzing reflected light, potentially detecting anomalies. The path to truth. Unveiling the far side's secrets requires transparency and exploration. Open access data from NASA and international missions can counter claims of cover-ups. Citizen science, where enthusiasts analyze raw images, could uncover overlooked anomalies, though rigorous methodology is needed to avoid misinterpretation. International cooperation, as seen in the Artemis Accords, ensures no single entity monopolizes lunar discoveries. The far side of the moon remains one of the solar system's great enigmas. NASA's images reveal a scarred, alien landscape, but their limitations, technical, logistical, or intentional, leave room for speculation. Whether it's natural anomalies, ancient ruins, or extraterrestrial bases, the far side holds secrets that could redefine our understanding of the cosmos. As new missions probe its depths, we may finally see what lies beyond the shadows. Until then, the hidden side of the moon will continue to captivate our imagination, urging us to question what we're not being shown. Like and subscribe to the channel for more cosmic mysteries.